Jake had always cherished his quiet evenings alone. After a long day at work, he looked forward to retreating to his cozy suburban house, nestled under a canopy of whispering willows. Tonight was one of those blessed evenings, or so he thought. As dusk settled, painting the sky in hues of purple and orange, Jake parked his car in the driveway and sauntered inside, relishing the stillness. He indulged in his old routine, a warm cup of chamomile tea, a good book, and the soothing hum of the world outside. After a while, the familiar lull of solitude began to envelope him. Following the usual calm, Jake decided to turn in early. He trudged upstairs, his footsteps soft on the carpeted stairs. The house, bathed in the gentle glow of warm wall sconces, was quiet. It wasn't long until he reached his bedroom door, but paused when he noticed the light streaming from under it. A flicker of confusion crossed his mind. He was sure he hadn't left his bedroom light on. He never did. Dismissing it initially as an oversight, he remembered that his house was equipped with a motion sensor light, something he hadn't considered until now. Goosebumps prickled his skin, and his senses sharpened suddenly. Jake's heart stalled for a moment as a draft rustled past him. The house felt colder, more foreign. He hesitated, pondering his options: call the police, check the room, or retreat hastily out of the house. Rationalizing that it might be a trivial error in the system, he chose to investigate. Every step he took toward the door seemed to prolong the creak of the floorboards, stirring an eerie symphony in the silence. He reached for the door handle with trembling fingers, the metal cool against his skin. Swinging the door open slowly, Jake felt time slow to a crawl, his breath caught in his throat. But the room was empty, no sign of intrusion, no chaos, nor a single trace out of place. Everything sat in peaceful order, just as he left it. Yet the light was unforgivingly bright, glaring at him peculiarly. With a sigh of relief and a pinch of embarrassment, Jake convinced himself it must have been the wind triggering the sensor, perhaps coupled with a fault in the circuitry. His fingers flipped the switch off, casting the room into comforting darkness once more. Still, as he lay in bed later, cocooned in the familiar scent of his quilt, sleep didn't come easy. Something unsettling lingered in his thoughts, a nagging feeling he couldn't quite shake. His mind darted back to the light as he recalled how he had recently changed the bulb to a manually operated one and wondered if he had somehow forgotten to do so. In a world filled with automated convenience, perhaps that little fact had slipped his mind. Eventually, he drifted into an uneasy slumber, one eye open to the surreal possibilities of the night, in a house that now felt strangely inhabited by invisible guests of his own imagining. For Jake, there would be vigilant nights ahead, for his peace had been stirred, leaving a residue of paranoia mixed with curious intrigue.